Nobody can stop Sharia law in Nigeria because it is deeply rooted in our constitution. Now, Sharia law is dividing Nigerians among religious lines. Sharia law is dividing Nigerians along the religious line. Don't forget, Senator Ted Cruz said on Saturday, the 1st of November, he said the US government will go after anybody who is implementing Sharia law and blasphemy law. The northern people have replied him. Yesterday, I showed you a tweet from the north. He said nobody can stop Sharia law in Nigeria. I showed you that video. And it really gained lots of controversy. Today, former media aide to ex-president Muhammadu Buhari, who is late. His name is Bashir Ahmad. He said nobody can stop Sharia law in this country. That there is nothing you can do that will stop Sharia law. The other man said, if you are not comfortable with Sharia law, leave Nigeria for us. And I said personally, these people should be arrested by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All of them who want to cause a religious war in Nigeria, all of them must be arrested. Check your screen as you are watching this video. It is right there. Today, Monday, the 3rd of November, 2025. How can somebody make that statement? You cannot force Sharia law on Christians. You cannot force Sharia law on the Yoruba people, on the Igbo people, on the Igbos people who are majorly Christians. Sharia law can only stay in the core north, even the middle belt. You cannot force Sharia law on them. How can you force Sharia law on people of Plateau State, people of Benue State? They are majorly Christians. Now, let me start properly. In case you are watching for the first time, if this is your first time of watching me, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, and also share this video. Kindly like and share as you are watching, and also drop your comments. If this is your first time, kindly like and share this video. That's how we do here. Like and share and drop your comments. Kindly subscribe if you are not subscribed, and also on notifications. And like I always tell my viewers, in case you don't see my notifications, go and search for this channel, Newsreel TV. Then, because I post every day. In case you don't see notifications, just go and search Newsreel TV, and you're going to see my latest updates there. Now, listen to me. Nigeria cannot become an Islamic nation. You cannot force people to accept Sharia law. And another question is, who is giving these people confidence? In my language, they said, if you see a fish dancing on the top of water, there is someone that is drumming for it underneath. Who is giving these people confidence? Who is backing them? And why are they not afraid of anybody? These are the questions we must ask ourselves. Somebody said, anything the US like let them do, that is not afraid of Donald Trump. That imagine, even the Sharia Council of Nigeria, they have told President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Kaduna chapter, they have told the president to cut all ties with the United States of America. It's also right there on your screen. The question is that who is backing these people? Every information I'm giving to you, you are seeing them on your screen. Who is backing them? Who is giving them confidence? Who are their backers? You cannot force a law that's not alien. That's alien to people's culture. You cannot force Sharia law on me. How can you be forced? Your Sharia law, let it stay in the north. Now, yesterday, Igbos police in Yorubas State, they arrested people for selling alcohol and they broke the bottles. Yesterday was Sunday, the 2nd of November. They broke the bottles and they arrested people that were selling beer. What kind of a system is that? And anytime the money comes for beer, they receive the highest share. Now, somebody is talking about let Tinubu suspend the constitution. Let Tinubu, now people are saying that let him usher in a new constitution. that this 1999 constitution cannot do anything, and that's a fact. You cannot force an Igbo man to accept your Sharia law. It is not his own culture. Is there Christian law? These people must be arrested. People like us are backing the Nigerian military to have success against bandits, against Boko Haram. But you are there instigating religious crisis in Nigeria. If you say Sharia law must stay in the north, there's no problem. You say Sharia law has come to stay in Nigeria. That is an insult. That's an affront on the people of Nigeria. I remember when another came to our newspaper stand, he said, a time is coming, Sharia law will be implemented in the southeastern part of Nigeria and the south-south. The Igbo people disagree with him instantly. That we cannot bring Sharia law to our place. What are we talking about? There is massive insecurity in the north. On Saturday, the deputy speaker of the Kebbi House Assembly was kidnapped by bandits. You are not talking about that. There's massive illiteracy and poverty in the north. You're not talking about that. You are fixated on Sharia law in Nigeria. That is the thing. I'm asking this question. Is Nigeria an Islamic country? Drop your comments if you are watching this video. Is Nigeria an Islamic country? In the country, we are a secular nation where everybody have a right to pass their religion. Even the president himself, a Muslim, he married a Christian. So you cannot force a law as it's alien to me, on me. It cannot work. It does not work, and it cannot work that way. That's why it's very crucial and important that that constitution must be looked at, must be reviewed. He said, we the people of Nigeria, simple question, who are who were the people of Nigeria who agreed on that constitution? That's the first chapter of that constitution, number 1 chapter. We the people of Nigeria. The simple question is, who agreed to sit down and write that constitution? It's the same way about the country itself called Nigeria. Somebody just woke up and joined the Southern Protectorate, bam, join it together. Okay, Nigeria. Is that how a proper system should be? Is that how a proper nation should be born? What makes you a Nigeria? Remember, I told my viewers, what is the meaning of Nigeria in your native language? Drop your comment as you're watching this video. What does Nigeria mean in your own native language? Kindly drop your comments. So it is now time for the president to rein the northern people in. You don't own this country, northern influencers. Nigeria belongs to every individual people. Don't come and set a fire on this country. Nobody get Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to everybody. You cannot come here and try to force people together using one kind of useless tactics. It cannot work, and it will never work. Go and practice your Sharia law in your place. There is no problem. No problem. The same Northerners, when terrorists invaded Ondo State on a fateful Sunday morning in the church, and what you can say, enough is enough. Let us begin Amotekun. The same people objected to it, and they almost frustrated what you can do on that issue of Amotekun. But the man stood still, he's too strong. Say enough is enough. The white people are not animals. That was how Amotekun was a success in Nigeria. In Yoruba land. Imagine. The question is, who told the North that they can just make decisions and everybody must abide by decisions? These are my own questions. Who told the northern people or the northern youth or anybody they call themselves to just make statements anyhow? What they do, if an Igbo man does it, he will be arrested. If your man does it, he will be arrested. Imagine those important bandits if they were Igbo people in Nigeria. Imagine. Repentant Boko Haram, repentant bandits. all this nonsense coming from another part of Nigeria. And you were there talking about social media is the problem of Nigeria. Social media is the problem of Nigeria. Is that the problem of Nigeria? You are talking about Palestinians. You are not talking about the bad incidents that's happening in the north. In Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State today, Monday the 3rd of November, many people have been killed again. In Kajuru local government area of Kaduna State, almost every day, people are being killed. You are not talking about that. You're always busy talking about a Sharia law, a religion law, a something. At this present time and age, blasphemy. What does it mean? Normally, you don't fight for God. If your God is powerful, he should be able to fight for himself. That's a fact. You don't fight for God. If your God is very, very powerful, your God have the power to fight for himself. If you are fighting for any God, that means you are misguided. And that is the result of illiteracy. That's the result. An attack against Boko Haram was an attack against the North. Look at the North itself today. This is what we're talking about. So the Northern elders, any name they call themselves, all of them must be reined in. Enough is enough. All of them must be reined in. You don't own this country. Nigeria belongs to every indigenous people. Look at the issue of S-men stop carrying weapons. They were banned from carrying weapons, the S-men. Till today, have they surrendered the weapons? When I saw this nonsense, I cried out, how can S-men be using AK-47, using sophisticated weapon? What does it mean? How does it sound? What is the connection of cows and having weapons? These are the things that the government should have looked into. How does it correlate? You are rearing cows. You're not using AK-47. How does it correlate? What is an S-man using AK-47 for? You are not talking about those ones. Then after farmers and elders clash. Is that really a clash or a genocide on the indigenous people of that place? Look at Plateau State. Look at Benue State. Oh, everybody's crying. Oh, food costs. Why food costs? You don't know the reason. Farmers cannot go to the farm in the north. Many of them are in Lagos. They are now selling all this watermelon on wheelbarrow. They were farmers. But because of the so-called bandits or elders, they are fled for safety. And nobody wonder now. They are fled for safety. And everybody keep quiet. Instead, you are busy talking about Sharia law. Busy talking about this thing. The North is in a very serious crisis. Northern leaders should sit down and have a clear emergency summit on how to move themselves from this nonsense that their hypocrisy has gotten them into. Instead, talking about them farmers and others, talking about what nonsense. Listen to me. Nigeria belongs to every indigenous people. Yoruba people, the Igbo people, the Hausa people, the Ijo people, Calabar people, the Efik, the Isha, the Bini, the Idoma, the Ebira. Many of them, that Nigeria belongs to everybody. Nigeria does not belong to any Fulani, anybody. So you're a Fulani, no. Nigeria belongs to each and every indigenous people of this country. So nobody should be seen to be above the law in Nigeria. Nobody should be seen to be above the law. It cannot work. And I thank God that the president have ignored the advice of Sheik Gumi. President have ignored this. And he said to meet Vice President of the US. That's very, very good. People like Sheik Gumi should not be talking in a normal place. He has no more right to talk. No more right at all. Sheik Gumi has no right. They are advising the president, let us call ties with the US. Nonsense. Shut up your mouth. He has no right to speak in this country. After negotiation with bandits, you go to the bush, you meet them, you negotiate all this rubbish. To the extent that he compared bandits with Niger Delta militants. He said that government must grant bandits amnesty like the Niger Delta militants, which I countered. I said that is nonsense. Simple reason. The Niger Delta militants are fighting for a just cause. The oil that we are using to benefit all Nigerians, the oil is from Niger Delta. Now, because of the oil, the pollution, they cannot do their normal fishing business. Don't forget, Niger Delta people, they are majorly fishermen. I mean, they are men. But since that oil is destroying their waters, they must agitate, which was right. That was how late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua granted them amnesty. They were fighting for a just cause. The question is simple. What are the bandits fighting for? Or let me put it this way. What were the bandits fighting for? Answer that question if you are watching this video. What were they fighting for? What is their end goal? So all these things are absolute nonsense. I mean, nonsense. You can see, things cannot work this way. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. You cannot wake a man who is pretending to be asleep. I'm telling you, this is a proverb here. You cannot wake a man.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work. And then it has never been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria, and that one Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are waiting to the ICC, Nigeria should should immediately hand over CDS Musa for custody, because the French government have done their own findings too, and they've seen that something is fishy under the ground, that this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government has done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it, that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also change hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I see that Samonepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samonepa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents